Hey, welcome to Maven DC. I'm Wilson. If you're broke, it's your mindset, not your skills. How you think about money and work holds you back. When I graduated in 2019, I was jobless, confused. I learned copywriting, studied ebooks, YouTube ads for months, practiced daily, but nothing changed.
When I graduated in 2019, I had this sense of fulfillment as someone who has graduated. But on the other hand, I was confused. I didn't have a job, and I didn't have anyone promising me one either. So I did what most people told me to do. I learned a skill. I picked copywriting because I kept hearing people say it was high income. For 4 months straight, I was glued to my phone and laptop. I downloaded ebooks, watched YouTube videos, studied landing pages and ads, practiced every day. I gave it everything because I thought once I mastered it, things would change. But after all that effort, nothing changed. I simply had the skill, but nothing to show for it. You know what I did next? I started applying for jobs, sending emails to clients looking for copywriters, filling out forms. Most of them ignored me. The few that replied said I didn't have experience. And the ones who hired me paid me just enough to survive the week. I used the money I was paid on transport, food, and to cater for my basic needs because I was away from home. I did not have any savings because the money I was paid was not enough to be saved. The difficult part was that these job opportunities did not come regularly. Sometimes once a month or once in 2 months. As a way to solve this problem, I started nursing the idea of learning more skills. So I added content writing, basic design, a bit of SEO. But the more I learned, the more frustrated I became. Because nothing was really changing. After all these efforts, I came to a full realization that most people in this present age have not yet figured out. I asked myself, why are you learning these skills? Are you learning to serve another person, or are you learning to build yourself? I had this belief that my skills were only useful when someone else decided to pay me. I didn't think of myself as someone who could create, build, or offer something directly. Even after all the skills, I thought of myself as someone waiting to be picked. That's the mindset that keeps most people broke. It's not that you're lazy. It's that you're trapped in what I call survival thinking. Survival thinking says, let me learn this skill so I can get a job. We were not taught to ask, how can I use this skill to build something of my own? We were only taught to look for a boss. That's the mindset that ruins people who have potential. You have something valuable, but you don't know how to turn it into value for others. You wait, you apply, you keep hoping, and while you're hoping, life keeps passing by. I know this because I lived it, and here's how I escaped it. It was not easy, but it was easy, because I realized the problem. The first thing I did was to change the way I see myself. I stopped seeing myself as a job seeker. I started seeing myself as a problem solver. I looked around at people I already knew, small businesses, online creators, student groups. I asked, what do they need that I already do? Then I offered it to them, clearly and directly. People do not pay for your skills. People are willing to give all they have because you have what solves their problems. I became very direct when telling clients or companies what I do. Other times I sounded like I was begging for the opportunity, but this time, I presented what I will do to solve the problem and allow them to make their decisions. Above all, I focused on building my online presence as a writer and a creator. Either ways, I did not prevent some clients from saying no to my job proposals, but some said yes. Even those few yeses gave me confidence. I went ahead to do something I never imagined doing before. I created a simple PDF. It explained one problem I could solve, how I solve it, and how to work with me. I started sending it out. For the first time, I wasn't begging for jobs. I was showing what I could do. That small shift made a big difference gradually. And guess what? People started paying attention. Some paid me, some referred me, some gave me advice. And gradually, I started getting out of survival mode. Now, here's the real truth I wish I had learned earlier. You can have all the knowledge and skill in the world, but if you see yourself as someone waiting for permission, you will always remain stuck and stagnant with your skill. But when you take ownership, even in small ways, things begin to open up. So, if you've been working hard but nothing is working, maybe the real work is not in doing more. Maybe the real work is changing how you see yourself. Are you a job seeker, or are you a creator? Are you waiting to be picked? Or are you building something that others can't ignore? That's the mindset shift that changed everything for me. And if you're ready to shift too, hit subscribe. I make videos that help you change your mindset for growth, money, and meaningful living. This is Maven DC, and see you in the next video.